Hello, we are back. Today we're gonna have a session that is upper body oriented, so that we don't only roll on the floor, but we start waking up the arms and the scapula and all that kind of muscle groups. But we're gonna keep building obviously on what we've seen together before, so that there's some form of continuity between one session and the other. Okay, we're gonna start gently here. Knees to one side in a 90-90 position, hands behind your bum. We're gonna try to open here, extend the knees, and come back there. I'm trying to have a movement as smooth as possible with my feet. For today, you're gonna need maybe some socks. See, I chose my best socks, winter socks. And we try to have a continuous motion with the feet, which means we try not to stop here in the process. This is not it, this is it. Okay, we're gonna stop on one side. And from this position, I'm gonna bring the back knee, so the knee of the back leg. This is the upper leg, this is the lower leg, this is the back leg, this is the front leg, right? So this is the front of my body, this is the back of my body. So the back leg goes up. I'm gonna put the foot of this back leg flat on the ground and the knee towards the ceiling. And I'm gonna extend the opposite leg. So from that position here, I go 1, 2, thumb and swap. And swap, and from here, 1 and 2. Dum, da, da, dum. 1 and 2. 1, 2. And swap. 1, 2. And swap. 1, 2. All right, we're gonna stop on one side. And from here, I'm going to release the arm on the side of the bent knee and push, ideally only once, on the remaining hand that's on the floor to bring my chest towards that knee here. Now, if that's hard, you're allowed to lift that heel up first and then to push on that hand. In other words, if this position here is quite uncomfortable for you, feel free for now to actually lift the heel first and push second. If you can, nonetheless, be here, then you shouldn't have to lift that heel up and go all the way there. So once we are in that position here, we're gonna bounce a few times, between something between 15 and 20 times, or more, if you feel like doing it more. And then we're gonna swap and do the same thing here. Okay. If you are a bit tight, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use some form of a block. If you have a yoga block, this is ideal, but you can find a cushion at home. You can use, if the zombies haven't taken all the toilet rolls in your supermarket, you can use a toilet roll as well. And place it here. So I'm gonna stack up a few of them so that for the people who are a bit tighter, our mission coming back to that position here is going to bring the hand on the side of the extended leg down and bring my bum on that block. And then push back up to really sink my bum, using my arm as little as possible to meet that, to bring the bum down on the cushion or the block and come back up here. If that's too easy, I'm gonna reduce the height of this and do the same. But I don't want to overuse my hand here. I want to really feel that my lower body is working more so than my arms pushing me up and down. The goal being able to do this from the ground up. And if you can, obviously, you can do it with no hands. Okay. Cool. You should feel nice and loose around the hips. Now, let's try to remember what we saw yesterday and a few days before as well. We were using that pattern here on our back that was having us extend the leg overhead and come back up here. We were extending the right leg to the right, bringing it all the way to the left, and here bending that leg, pushing on the arms, coming back up in the 90-90. I hope you still remember that. If not, you can just check the video from yesterday. Now, what we're going to do, look, is use the patterns we've seen in the warm-up here. I come back up, and from that position, the back knee goes up, the front leg goes straight, and I keep pushing my way up here. One more time. I go around, and I start again. Around with the right leg, bend that leg, extend the opposite leg, push, and up. I can do the other side, around, push, and up. Once we have this, time to wake up as promised the upper body. So what we're going to do is remember this fetus roll to dive combo we've seen. So we're going in the fetus position here, rolling on our back, coming back up here, and then bringing our belly to the ground. I'm going to add a push-up here. And then we're going to come back down gracefully. So let's try to do that again. And we go in a fetus roll. And we come back up. The belly goes towards the floor. We push. We come back down. And for now, we're done. If we want to combine this with what we've learned today, it's going to look like this. It goes fetus roll. Push. Come back down. On your back one more time. Extend the leg. Go around. Push. From that position, fingers facing where the toes of the foot of the bent leg are facing. I'm going to swap my legs. So the bent leg is going to become straight, and the straight leg is going to bend. I'm going to bring that knee down, that hip down, and end up in a fetal position again. Okay, that's a bit complicated, but let's zoom on that again. We go all the way here. I push, hands down. From here, I just swap my legs, bring the knee down, the hip down, and fetus position. From this fetus position, hence the need for your winter socks, by the way. We're gonna go around and belly push, and down, extend, over, swap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, whoop, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's starting to look good already and interesting from a movement perspective. So give it a bash. I hope you enjoy this and see you soon for our next session.